nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all. It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Thank you, everyone. It's Monday. Oh, Monday, right? Is it Monday? Are you watching this now, today? What is today? What does that even mean? Well, whatever that case, this is our Midday Monologue Monday. And not only is this just a general, we do 4 of them or 5 of them a month, depending on how many Mondays there are. But, no, this is the end of the month. So it's time to get down to some of your comments, questions. We got a few of them. So let's take a look at some of the ones I thought were some of the more interesting, the ones that jumped out, the ones that seemed like they needed or wanted to have a video segment done. I'm really excited. I really do love these parts. I love doing this episode. So thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to the show. And why don't we just get right down to the table, all right? So the first comment I want to address here is from Deanne L. Geiken. I hope I'm saying that right. And the comment was left for our Friday night fillers game of Conan the Cimmerian, The Tower of the Elephant. Chapter 1, Mall Tavern and the Gardens. And Deanne said, aren't thugs supposed to have an auto 5 each round? And then they only roll 1 die each round. Well, actually, Yes, you're right. Now we have a couple of comments, also for Conan, but this time from our Slideshow Gaming, episodes that drop every Sunday. And one of them is from Bernard Godfrey. Now, me and Bernard have already gone back and forth several times on his comments about the Conan game. But we also had a comment from Jacob Watchkowitz. Hope I've been pronouncing that name a little bit better than I did last time. But Jacob was also with us quite often. Thank you both for subscribing. But as far as the Conan game here goes, Jacob says, it looks great. I'm still waiting for my copy. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope by the time this video is up, you already have yours. But until then, please continue to enjoy my videos as I stumble my way through, trying to remember the rules and retconning them where I can when I figure out I messed something up. But we just sort of addressed that in the last one, didn't we? But both of you, thank you so much for supporting us, for commenting, watching the videos, and being so cool. Thank you. Now we have a comment for one of our Tabletop Takeout Tuesday episodes. This one in particular, the one that we did on the board game Celtica. And the comment comes from Rovi, who says, can you do a how to play? Now, I actually had not planned on doing a how to play of Celtica, but you know what? I'm going to put it on the list. Now, I might not get around to it and get it up, both filmed and edited and up for another month. So if you can hold out, but that's a good idea. That's a good idea. You got it. Now for our recent Kickstart or drop kick for Greater Than Games' title, Sentinels of the Multiverse Definitive Edition. We had a few comments, and let's just jump right into looking at them. From Jim Z, he had to say this. Slight correction to what you said. The original Enhanced Edition core box had 10 heroes, 4 villains, not 8, and 4 environments, so the Definitive Edition core box is 2 more of each, 12, 6, and 6. I hear you on the sleeves, though. No way am I going for that level. Next up, we have a comment, or question, I should say, by another friend of ours, the Shogunstein. Is there anything wrong with the additions you have? No, absolutely not. I am very happy with them. In fact, I implore gamers out there that if you are not a completionist like me and you're happy with the original game, you might not want to spend your money on this. And, I hate to have this attitude because I love greater than games, and it sounds like I'm trying to take money out of their pocket or something, and I really do wish the best for them, but there's nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong with the Enhanced Editions. Coming at us once again, Jacob, with a comment for Midday Monologue Mondays, Olympic Gaming. I like 4 Against Titans. Oh, Jacob, I need to get through. Well, I don't need to get through all of this, but I need to get through some time and eventually get this played. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, especially now that I got some other ones also, like the 4 Against Mars. But yeah, I really, really want to hit up that 4 Against Titans, buddy. I'm glad to hear that you enjoy it, because I do, as you can tell, I do enjoy this series enough, right? So hearing that you enjoy this game, and it seems like you and me do have things in common, that's awesome. But I need to get this to the table soon-ish, when I can. Now, at the beginning of the month when I did What's Up, April, we had a few comments on that, and I'd like to address a couple of them here. And the first one's through an old viewer of ours. Well, he's very young, but an old-time viewer, one of the OGs around here, and that's Eric Shearer, who was kind enough to ask me out of all curiosity, any chance that we can see you on the Dice Tower Cruise 2022? Yes, as I did comment back already in the section, I do love a good cruise ship. Me and the wife have done a few already, and we're due for another cruise. Now, whether I can talk her into going to a board gaming cruise with me, I don't know. But as far as the 2022 cruise goes, that's looking less and less. 2023 may be my first opportunity to do this. So let's wait and see what happens. And then, in direct response to me saying, yeah, sure, ask me anything. Let's do AMA style stuff here, and I'll get to that. Another OG viewer of ours, our subscriber Jen Washi, threw a few in. So why don't we get to them? Do you have a most anticipated board game and or Kickstarter for 2021? This is singular, and I hope I'm not cutting hairs here, but do I have a most anticipated board game? I'm not sure if it's going to be that big of a surprise, but if I can only limit it down to one very easily, that's Return to Dark Tower. Now that's based on hype of nostalgia. It does look good. Everything looks good. I would have backed it anyway if there had never been a Dark Tower game, but I don't know if I would have backed it at the big Ascal's level that I did. Maybe at least the base core version of it, but that is definitely my most anticipated game, hands down, retail, Kickstarter, or whatever, that's going to be coming out this year. Now, also going on, you ask, what game would I like to play in a big group as soon as the pandemic is over, or at least contained? Well, there shouldn't be any surprise in this answer, and that's some Dungeons and Dragons. Definitely love to get that to the table, whether it's basic Dungeons and Dragons, whether it's 2nd edition or 3rd edition, 3X, whatever. I just want to get it to the table. I want to start running some games. I want my players to be making decisions and throwing shit at me. It's going to be making me think on my feet constantly. That's what I'm really looking forward to. But if you mean more of a board game than a role-playing game, the biggest one that I'm going to be wanting to play is an upcoming Kickstarter. Hopefully it's going to be out this year. Hopefully. It's been delayed for a long time. And that's Blood on the Clock Tower, a social deduction game similar in lines to Mafia Werewolf style, but a bit bigger, a little bit more grandiose. Definitely like to do that. Or you know what? Real easy, the easiest answer maybe outside of D&D though, I'd like to get a 4-person game. Or a 3-person. Plurson. If you see any plursons, please send them my way. But I would like to definitely get a 4 or 3-person run, or a few runs, of Marvel Champions, the card game. That would be really cool. And honestly, tell you, I'd like to do it, at least the first time I do it, I'd like to do it without the camera, because I don't want to worry about that. I just want to concentrate on the game. Just the game. But an on-camera view of that would be pretty kind of cool too, right? And do you have any disappointing games recently, or one that really shined? This covers kind of both answers, maybe not the second part as much, but I think I would have to say The Umbrella Academy. There was a lot of grief about this game with the backers. There was a lot of problems with it. And one of the biggest problems is the rules. They actually sent out a first, well, you basically could say, I'm not saying it is, but for all intents and purposes, it's basically like a first edition version of the rules, and then just told everyone, oh, we'll just, look at the PDF. Download the PDF for the updated rules. Yeah, it was kind of a cheesy thing to do. So there was a lot of problems. I went into it ending up having more of a negative feeling for the game than a positive. I've done my first playthrough of it already using the standard rules as they sent out. Now, if you buy the game if you in the store or something and you see it, these are the rules that it's going to be coming with. I am going to be doing a how-to play with the updated rules and then a playthrough of that. So, I mean, it didn't shine, but it definitely didn't stink as bad as I thought it was going to be. That kind of covers both of them, I think, a little bit, because there was no game that really totally let me down. I'm not looking at a game to see how tactfully well that it's done. I'm not looking at a game to see, anything other than, am I going to have fun playing it? And yeah, to one degree or another, every playthrough you've seen me do this past year, every game you've heard me talk about, I've definitely had fun with all of them. So yeah, Umbrella Academy started off looking really bad, didn't play that well. It played a little bit better with the basic rules than I thought it was going to, but yeah, we're definitely gonna have to look at the updated rules to see how much more it could possibly shine. You also want to know, what is my favorite mechanism in a game? Well, there's a few different things that all come together for me. First of all, if a game can play solo, it doesn't have to be a solo game, but if it can play solo, then that's definitely a positive thing. That's a plus for me. But it's an even bigger plus if, like, let's say that game's Lucidity, the solo mode is different. It's like playing a separate or different game, and that's a real big bonus to me. I also really love cooperative games. I prefer cooperative games over competitive games. There's a different air around the table, and I think it causes and creates a greater sense of camaraderie when you're not literally trying to attack each other. Not that I don't play competitive games, I do, and I enjoy them, but I prefer the cooperative version of a game when given an opportunity. I'm not very big on deck building. I know you see me playing a lot of Marvel and you're thinking to yourself, John, you love that game. How can you say you don't like deck building? But if you notice, I haven't built any decks. I'm just using the standard decks. In fact, I'm struggling to try to put together a really awesome She-Hulk deck, since you kind of get screwed on her in the core game with there only being one aggression deck, and technically it starts off tied to Iron Man. So I'm trying to fix that, and I'm not very good at it. But and a slightly different, not exactly what you're asking, but I just want to say this anyway because it means so much to me in a game. I love theme. I love a good thematic game because I really love feeling like I'm partaking in an adventure. And the deeper and the better the theme is, that's going to carry me through the game and have so much more of a better time. So that's those are the mechanics in a game that I really look forward to. I really enjoy. Oh, there is one other thing. I haven't brought this up in a while in my videos, but there's something that I've called the 5th player shift. And it's something that you find in games such as Betrayal, the Betrayal games, Spectre Ops, where if you play with 4 players, it is a 1 versus all game. But when you throw in that 5th player, it shifts from being a 1 versus all game to being a 2 versus all game. But it's a hidden sort of factor. Nobody knows who the turncoat is. That, I really do like that. Yeah, that's good. That's fun. But I don't really play those games a lot because no matter what I say, no matter what I do, nobody at the table ever believes anything that I say when we play a game of hidden role, hidden backstabbing kind of games. Nope, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No matter what I say, no matter what I do, I'm always sus. But thank you very much, everyone, for these comments, these questions. If I didn't get to yours on a video, I've gotten to it in a written response by now. I hope, anyway. If I didn't, point that out to me. I'm sorry. I'm not on purpose leaving you hanging or anything like that. Sometimes real life gets carried away and you lose time to do things. But no, I think by the time this airs on Monday that everything's going to be answered if it wasn't answered here directly on video. So look forward for the rest of the week. We got some really good videos coming up. We do a video every day, and that never, ever stops. Why? Because I love doing this. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone, and hopefully you'll be back tomorrow. Take care. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G, and I am out of here.